everybody, welcome or welcome back. It's Paula here with Paula's Imperfect Plans. On my channel, I share essentially all things budgeting and what my budgeting looks like. Today, on this very, not cute page that I have here, I'm going to go over the progress that we have made on our sinking funds in the month of November. I didn't decorate this page. I didn't decorate a lot of things in November. So these are the categories. Like some of these I've tracked additional ones that I'm no longer tracking because I'm not utilizing them, but these are the current sinking funds, both online and in cash envelopes that I have. I will go through and share the amounts as I go through, but we ended October with, in these categories, $4,647.36. So what I've been bad at is I do the start and the end, but sometimes obviously it goes down because these are meant to be spent. So I'm actually going to make an effort to share what we put in and what came out of those sinking funds. So I know that I believe in insurance, we put $368.34 into that in this pay period, and then we spent $1718.34, which ended us with zero in that account, as that was due in the month of November. So it's definitely going to take a hit on our totals, but that is the entire purpose of that sinking fund. In registration, I know that we added $50 because we do that every month, and so we are ending with $151 towards car registration. The next one is due in May. 105, I had added 15 to that this month, which should leave us with 120. Christmas had 500. We put $50 into it, but at this point we have also been spending from it. So at the end of November, it has, pretty sure there's only one, 107.32. $107.32 came out, which means currently we have $442.68 in our Christmas sinking fund. Vehicles, we had 215. Right now we have, I have both a online as well as I have 49 in the high yield savings account for that. And then if I jump in and see what I have in my envelope for it, I think I have $50 in here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 40, for $9.50. So, I have $99 saved for vehicle repairs at this time. Which means that, see, this is where I'm like, okay, how much did I put in this month? I was putting in 25 a paycheck, so I put 50 in, but that means that I spent 166, which is accurate because that's what my husband's battery cost. Okay, leaving us with 99 in that sinking fund. In my husband's envelope for a haircut, there's still 25 in it. He hasn't gone to do that. In Google, we had 15. We added we added 9, and so we have 24 now, so that's fully funded. For boots, we had 200 at the beginning of the month. We spent 200 and we have 0. Actually, He spent less than that on the boots that he bought, and I just rolled it into a different challenge because it'll probably be at least another year before he needs boots. So in birthdays, we had $5. I finished a challenge this month to put in there for that. And then I've also been adding some slowly as we go. So in birthdays, we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, which means that we added 65 to that particular sinking fund. For travel is one that we have online. It's in the high yield, and I'm currently doing the 100 envelope challenge towards that and just putting in as much as I can. Or, you know, I have things I'm aiming for. So travel, currently we have 240. Which means we added 80 and spent nothing. We didn't do anything for LP. That still has 21 cents. I probably should just roll that 21 cents somewhere else. Okay, clothes has 3, or had 3 at the end of last month. I know that we have more than $3 in there. I finished, I think, a couple challenges to put in there, but I've also spent some. So 20, 30, 1, and 2. 32 is what we have in here. I'm not even going to go try to count the math and see how much we spent versus how much we put in, because there were several things purchased this month, so I'm not going to go through and do that for this one. For gas, we were at 0. We put in 50 plus 100 plus 152 plus my entire mileage check, which was 586.18. So we put in $737.70. That makes me wonder if I had that wrong, because if that is wrong, this is how I track my stuff. Still trying to figure out if it's the most effective method or not. Oh, okay. That was minus 50. So this 181.26 was after. It shouldn't have been, because I added that, unless I just put the wrong number. Oh, I guess it wouldn't have been. I guess at the beginning we had 131.26. Then we added 737.70, which was 868.96, which is what we spent out of it to leave us with nothing. In kids, I had 42. This is another one that I'm not even going to attempt to count how many things we spent on my kids this month. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49 plus 49 in cash. And then in the high yield, we have 60, which means I have 109. And this is one of those that I fund with savings challenges. So the amount that I put in the high yield savings account is pretty consistent with every paycheck, but with savings challenges, I just do what I can to complete challenges for that. So I don't know. Halloween continues to have 0. Easter, we did put a few dollars in here. There's $3. There are $3 in Easter, so we put $1 in, and we were left with 3. Mother's Day, I'm slowly building this up. Obviously, we have a ways to go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. 65 in Mother's Day, which means that we put 20 in this month. In Father's Day, we had 39. I don't really know how that happened because I thought Father's Day had more than Mother's Day, but it doesn't. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So we also put 20 in that. I'm not sure how we got so off on this because I really do only like put money in there as like a bonus or like when we're doing a savings challenge if I have enough to do the same amount in both because I don't know, it's kind of like my kids. Like I don't need any more money than he does. Okay, so Black Friday we emptied that out. So we spent $89 and are left with $0. In our animals sinking fund, we haven't been using those much. Our animals, 20, 40, 60, 81. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57. So 157. So we didn't spend or put anything in that this month. It's definitely not something I'm actively funding because we're not using it very quickly and we have plenty in there. The next one is garage, which had 47, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3. 73, which means that we put in 26. Actually, that's a difference of 26. We saved... I think we saved 40 from a challenge, and then we spent 14, which leaves us with a difference of 26. So in tattoos, we had 32. We spent, I know that we spent 300 from tattoos, and because I put two $50 deposits down for appointments, so that was $100. And then we went and did, I got a $400 gift card for $200 because that was her small business Saturday special. So I know that we spent $300 and I know that right now we have $0. So that means that we added in $268 this month towards tattoos and then spent $300. Our emergency fund. So there are two ways that I'm currently working to fund my emergency fund or to add to my emergency fund. The total right now is $1327.89. I am doing the 52-week challenge, starting at the ends and going to the middle. So it's 53 per pay period. Plus I'm doing a sushi roll challenge, and every time I fill up one of those cards, it goes in there. So I know that in the month of November, I added $161, which should be, yeah, $55 from the sushi roll and then 2 pay periods of 53 apiece. In our gifts sinking fund, we don't have a lot in there, but I don't remember. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's $9 in there, which means that we spent 27, 29. And that was on a diaper keg gift. In home, we had 54. I keep putting this away, but honestly, I might as well just leave it out. We have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. $40 in home. And that's another one that we've spent a good amount out of, so I can't really tell you which is which, but it's down 14, but I do know that we added money to it and then took money out. And we're still at 75 in tax prep. I haven't added anything to it, but I think we're gonna have some current savings challenges that will go to it. So let's see where we're ending up versus where we started. It was an expensive month as far as spending. You know, I spent the Black Friday money and I spent all of our gas money, and I spent, we depleted the insurance, and we depleted the tattoos, and we depleted the, what was the other one? The boots. So anyway, 151. So the total is $3,121.78. What I want to do for most of these, I wish I could look at kids. Maybe I should make a note to do that in the future, because I would like to look at, so it's less, obviously it's less. But if I take out, like, I would like to know still how much we put into sinking funds. I know that we had to spend some, but like for kids and home, I know that we put a lot of money toward those things. So I'd like to see how much we're saving. Even though we're spending over here to fund things, it's still notable that we're saving this money. So I really need to try to figure out, because I know home, I think it would just be home and kids. That, oh, and clothes. That I know, we brought money in and also spent it. I think that that would be interesting to see. So it doesn't look like, wow, my savings decreased by $1,500. Okay, well, like I said, a lot of expenses came out, but it's also important to know how much we're saving per month. I wonder if there's an easy way to figure that out really quick. Hang on. All right, so there, there was a fairly quick way. So we had 3 in clothes. We spent 84 in clothes, and now we have 32. So we have 32 now. We then plus the 84 that we spent means at one point we had 116. So if I minus the 3 we already had, that means we put $113 towards clothes this month. For kids, we spent $218 plus the $109 that we currently have minus the $42 that we started with, which means we saved $285 in kids this month. And then, and gifts we didn't. And then in home is the other one. So we spent 94. We have 40 left. And then we started with 54. So we put 80 away in home for this, this month. So let me add up what we saved all month. We saved $2,413.04. And the kicker is for me, like maybe this isn't big for a lot of people. So other than insurance and registration and Christmas, and maybe vehicles, because I was saving some for vehicle repairs. All the other of these things, I would never, I didn't save for these things. These are expenses, clothes, kids, traveling, birthdays. They're all expenses that happened. I didn't save for them. I had to figure it out after the fact. So the fact that in a month, even though a lot of these were for, again, my mileage check goes into that. But I've also had a point in time in my life where I wasn't taking my mileage check and putting it where it needed to be. I was being irresponsible with it, or paying off the credit card that I had spent too much on and didn't really have a plan for. So the fact that all of this money was saved for a purpose, even if that purpose was to be spent in this month, or if it was to wait to be spent another month, these are all things that are going to have to be spent. And I'm saving for them ahead of time, and that is huge for me. So I'm excited about it. I would love to hear how your November went with saving. As you get into the holiday season, I know that it's harder and harder to save because so many people go like all out for Christmas. And And so this is definitely a spendy time of year. It's a spendy time of year for me as well, but I definitely don't do Christmas on the scale that a lot of people do. But maybe Christmas shopping aside, or maybe are you staying on budget with your Christmas shopping if you're doing it, or Christmas stuff aside, spending wise and saving wise, how did your November go? I'd love to hear about it. So comment down below, like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more budgeting content, please consider subscribing. Thanks guys. Bye.